Okay, hello everyone. Let's take a look on 11 ways why you cannot see your section views in the floor plan. I will go from the most common ones to the least common ones. So let's start. The first one is the visibility and graphics settings, which you can get into by pressing the keyboard VV or VG. And here on the annotation categories tab under the sections, you have a category of sections. If this one is turned off, you won't be able to see any sections in your floor plan. So take a look on that. The next one is filters. If also in the visibility and graphics overrides, you have a filter applied, which will filter away all of your sections or part of your sections, you won't be able to see them. Now in this example, I have a filter applied for the wall sections, which I will turn off their visibility. And it works like this, that let's say I create a section view, and the section view is of the type building section, you are able to see it. But if I would change it to wall section, which is the one which I have a filter for, this filter will filter it away. So if I will change it back to building section, I can see it. If it's a wall section, I cannot see it. So the next one is the crop view of the floor plan, and the crop extends or the extents of the section view. You can see this by this dashed blue line. This represents the section, these blue lines represent the extents of the section view, and this one represents the crop region of the floor plan. So if I will crop it, you will not be able to see anything that is outside of this crop region. And with section it works like this, that if the extents of the section view and the crop region of the floor plan intersects and you crop it, you will be able to see it. But if it doesn't intersect, you won't be able to see it. So now you can see it. Now if I will cross it, you are not able to see it. So this was the third one. Then there is a height at scale coarser than parameter for the section views, which can be found here. And what this parameter does is basically that it tells you that if the scale of the floor plan, which can be found here, is higher than this number, you won't be able to see this section view in that floor plan. So in this example, I have a section view which is with the parameter of the value 1 to 100, and the other one has this parameter, let's put it to 1 to 200. So now if I will change this parameter to 1 to 200, I can see only the section view which has this height at scales coarser than 1 to 200 or like above. The other ones which had only 1 to 100, I am not able to see them now because it filters them away. So be careful with that. And also, like, the way how it works is that if I'm creating a new section, and let's say that my floor plan has 1 to 50, and I create it, now the section view, because it was created in the floor plan with the scale of 1 to 50, has this parameter set at 1 to 50. So if I change this to 1 to 100, I'm not able to see the new one. So if you want to see it, you have to change this one to higher scales. So the next one is the crop region of the section view. If it doesn't intersect the view or the floor plan's view range, you won't be able to see it. So view range is here, and you can see that this one has 1200 millimeters above the level and the top and bottom. Here if you press this show button, you can see like how it works and what is what. And basically if the section views extends or the crop region of the section view is not inside of this view range, you won't be able to see it in the floor plan. So let's say that I would go to this section view, and let's check it like this, side by side. So you can see that now the section view is cropped by this crop region, and this crop region intersects level 1, level 2, and level 3. Now let's imagine that here on the level 1, the view range is something like, let's say, I don't know, here. Like from here to here. So if I move this crop region outside of this view range, you won't be able to see it in the floor plan. So let's see that. If I move like this, I'm outside of it, I cannot see it. If I move it back into the view range of the floor plan, I'm able to see it. So this also happens. Okay, the next one is the discipline filter. Discipline is also a parameter for the floor plans, sections, and so on, which can be found here. Discipline, this one is architectural. Also, the sections are architectural. So basically what it tells you that it will filter by this discipline. So let's say I change this one to structural. I am not able to see it in this floor plan which has discipline set to architectural. If I would change it to structural, I am able to see it. If I change it back to architectural, I'm not able to see it. So if it was done by mistake, you should correct it, set the right parameter value, and then in your architectural one, you will be able to see that. The next one is face filters, which is down on the bottom here. It's also like the parameter for floor plans and section views and so on. And this one has two phases, existing and new construction. The floor plan is in the new construction. The sections are also in the new construction, so it's good and I'm able to see it. But if I change the section to existing, now it filters it away. So if I want to see it, I either have to make a floor plan for existing one, for existing phase, or if it was mistake, I have to change it back to new construction. Then in my level, which is for new construction, it will match the phase, and I would be able to see it. The next one is the scope box, which is the thing here. I have it like the scope box 2. And basically I can apply the scope box to a floor plan. And I will do it by assigning here the parameter value to the scope box 2, which is this one. And what it does is that it will automatically crop the view by the extents of the scope box. So the crop region will have the extents of the scope box. And what it does is that it filters away everything that is outside. And again, the same rule applies. If the section view contains crosses, you will be able to see it. If it doesn't cross, you cannot see it. The last three are like not that much used, but it can happen. The first one is that someone or you would permanently hide this element in the view. So like this. And you cannot see it, and nothing tells you that you cannot see it. And how you can check if it's there is you will reveal hidden elements. You can do it by pressing this button or by the shortcut RH, and you will see this view with like the reddish color around, and also the elements which are hidden will be reddish, and you can then unhide this view or this element in the view and get away from the reveal hidden by pressing it again, and now you can see it. And then the last two, which are probably like, it will probably not happen, but I can imagine that someone who is just beginning could make this mistake, is that if you would turn off the section heads like this, that you will only have the line for the section. And let's say that this will collide with some of your elements. You have the section view here, but you cannot actually see it, even though it's still there. And the last one is, let's imagine that I have a section view like this, and somewhere in my floor plan I have a field region which happens to be the same color as my section view marks or section heads, and they would collide like this. Oh, sorry. Like this. Then it will mask it and you won't be able to see it. Like, probably it won't happen, but if it does, you know that it can be hidden underneath that. So these were 11 ways why you cannot see your section views in the floor plan. If you know about some others which I haven't mentioned here, feel free to share it in the comments section below.